How can you make your future better? Do you mean apart from winning a lottery ticket? By the way, you can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket. Ponder that. There are a few things that you can do immediately. The very first step towards a better future is to deal with your fears. Remember, fear is an acronym for false expectations appearing real. Do you realize that you use energy to create your beautiful future and use the same energy to wish your future away with fear? Fear is a filter that's added by your brain. It's not part of your gut feel, but part of your history and twisted perceptions that you've picked up during your life. Did you know that indecision creates doubt, which in turn creates fear? What are you most afraid of? We have 6 basic fears that we love to nurture during our lives. The first one is fear of poverty. We won't even notice that we have enough to eat and wear because we focus on the possibility of having a lack of everything we have. We also have a fear of criticism. Rather than focus on being the best version of yourself, you are concerned about the opinions of other people. How often do you give people who only see the worst in you headspace? Why do you allow that? There's nothing wrong with loving yourself. However, many cultures regard loving yourself as being narcissistic rather than as a means of acknowledging God inside of you. We are hands down our own worst judges. Then, of course, there's the fear of ill health, because we are taught from an early age to hand any decisions about our bodies over to a medical practitioner. Let me tell you, medical practitioners are highly intelligent people, but they apply theories designed by other people, and they love to treat the symptoms because they often struggle to find the cause. Truly gifted natural healers and faith healers use their intuitive abilities to determine where your physical body is struggling and to help you activate your body's natural healing ability. They use a holistic approach where they search for the cause at all levels, including your emotional body, and then they help you deal with the cause rather than just gloss over the symptom. Do you have a fear of the loss of love of someone? If this is the case, then you seriously need to turn your view around. If you need to receive love from someone so that you can feel loved and because you don't love yourself, that says you go into any and every love relationship with the intention of taking as much as you can, while you have no love to give. Love is not something you receive from someone else. Love resides and grows in your heart. And from there, you share the love with everyone you come into contact with. That's how you attract love to yourself. Once you understand that, you'll never fear not being loved again. And you will attract love to yourself, not because you are needy, but because you resonate with love and love comes to you. Are you afraid of old age? Chances are that you've lived into your old age at least once before, and it's not something you can stop. You will grow old. That's not the question. The question is how you grow old. I once ate with relatives in a restaurant. 2 of them were at least a decade older than me, and another 2 were about 5 years older than me. All 4 of them had chronic health conditions, and 1 was morbidly obese. I ordered a salad and fish. They loaded their plates with red meat and carbohydrates and starch. One of them commented about me ordering boring food and being fussy about what I eat. Another one, the one with the most health issues, said, "We only live once, and there's no need for denying yourself anything in this life." This was about 2 years ago. One has since died a dreadful death from cancer. Another one is now bedridden. And the other 2 are still dealing with chronic health issues every day. And I'm still making choices that align with my body. If you listed fear of growing old as one of your fears, maybe it's time to put on your thinking cap. Figure out what you are most afraid of when it comes to growing old, and start looking for healthy solutions. The choices are in your hands. And the final big fear is fear of death. Let me ask you, do you believe in eternal life? If you do, what exactly does it mean to you? What is your belief on what happens when you leave this life? One thing is for sure, you will die. If you're afraid of death, let me give you some solid facts from personal experience and from information I gleaned from lots of psychic readings. When you die, you separate from your physical body. To an onlooker, that may seem to be a horrible struggle, and it's not pleasant to watch a physical body shut down. But the body shuts down when the spirit has already left. Your spirit goes into a spiritual intensive care unit, where you are welcomed and guided to leave any earthly encumbrances behind. There's no time in this intensive care unit, and you stay there as long as needed, depending on the circumstances of your death. If your ending was sudden, for example because of an accident or violence, you may stay there a while longer. If your ending was expected and you passed in peace, then you will spend little time there. Either way, death is not the end of your earthly existence. You remain here without the encumbrance of a physical body until you have comforted and guided everyone who remains behind and who is affected by your passing. To be honest, trying to put on clothes that are too small is a worse experience than leaving behind your physical body. So what is it that you're afraid of? If by any chance you are concerned about leaving unfinished business behind, then today is a good day to start dealing with that stuff and clean out your spirit. All fears are a state of mind, and guess what? You can change your state of mind. You can pick up vibrations from the mind of others and turn them into your own hope or fear. You choose which way you go. Of course, you can focus on your own intuition and gut feel and create your own loving future. So here's another question for you. What is your strongest fear relating to your future?